Situated on the shores of Lake Erie, Port Colborne is known as the ultimate fishing town. Anglers will be casting off this weekend to be the one in the Berkley B1 Bass Fishing Championships.
We've been doing this event in Quebec for about 9 years, and when we decided to do an expansion and come into Ontario, first thing we wanted to do was survey our customer, which were the anglers. And it became very apparent that Port Colborne and Lake Erie was on the top of the list. So the reason for that is fantastic fishery, giant smallmouth bass, and a lot of them.
What can people expect to see this weekend at the tournament?
People are going to see one heck of a fishing show, I'll tell you. We've got the best bass anglers from all across Canada. They're all here in Port Colborne this week. They've been practicing for at least a week, and they're going to find the fish. You know, one thing about these anglers is that although they might not be local, although this might be the first time they're on Lake Erie, these guys are so good that not only will they find the fish, they'll find the biggest fish. I think the locals are going to be treated to huge bags of fish that they might not even be aware of. And just the showmanship, you know, the rigs, the boats, the trucks, it is a heck of a show, and it gets you excited about fishing.
So Joe, will you be competing in the tournament this weekend?
Yeah, we sure are. Me and Mitch are pretty excited to be here on Lake Erie. Port Colborne, everybody's been really nice. It's the weather is looking a little sketchy for the weekend, but we're competing, and I think we found some pretty good fish if we can get to them.
Have you fished in Lake Erie much lately?
No, I haven't actually. I'm from East, so is Mitch, my tournament partner. So Lake Erie's pretty new. It's always been on my bucket list because it ranks like one of the 5 top bass fishing lakes in the world. Like, this place is no joke. You guys are very, very lucky and fortunate to have this fishery right here. It's unbelievable. And I can tell you that's from the horse's mouth, because I travel. I run a guide business in Texas for 3 months of the year. I guide and I fish pro bass tournaments right across North America. And this place is no joke. What I've seen out here is like better than anywhere I've ever seen. South, north, east, west, like, this is special. I'm really excited to be here.
Mark, what does a tournament like Berkley mean for the city of Port Colborne, especially here at Sugarloaf Marina?
A tournament like this is great for Sugarloaf Marina. It's great for the city. It brings in all kinds of people from out of town. They are coming in, they're using our facilities, they're buying our fuel, they're going to the restaurants, all the local businesses get something from it. So it's just great publicity for the city and for the marina in general, and for Lake Erie and the fishing here in Port Colborne.
And if somebody wants to come fishing here at Sugarloaf Marina, how would they do that?
Lots of different options. First of all, if they have a boat, then they can put their boat in the water at our ramp, and they can enjoy the lake and go fishing. There's lots of spots that you don't need a boat to go fishing, just from shore. There's fishing charters that operate from the marina, so just lots of options to get out and do some fishing.
Ben, how many anglers will be competing this weekend, and what's the prize? What's on the line?
Well, I'll tell you what, when it comes to the B1, we always go big or go home. We've got over 140 anglers from across Canada that are here competing for one grand prize, and that is a fully loaded 2018 Ranger bass boat with a Mercury outboard motor worth almost $40,000. Just so that the folks at home understand what's on the line. You know, yeah, it's a big boat, but if it's $40,000, you know, these guys are catching 5 fish per day. So that's 10 fish over 2 days. You divide that out, and that's $4,000 a fish.
This weekend in Port Colborne, it's all about the bass, as over 120 anglers, like Walter, compete in the Berkley B1 Bass Fishing Championships. On Lake Erie, reporting for The Source, Michelle Cuthbert.